Well, we're thrilled to announce that Mage will be headed to the, 148th running of the Preakness Stakes.
Very excited. He's had a magnificent week of training. Gustavo is just really pleased and over the moon of how he's come back. He's shown all the positive signs. So it's on to Baltimore and crowd cakes. Here we come.
That's right.
Yep.
Looking forward.
Been riding him, said he hasn't lost any luster from his pre-Kentucky Derby training. He feels a lot of horse under him. Horses are just thriving right now at the moment, and JJ, who we trust so much because obviously he's the F1 practice driver. You know, he's in the cockpit and just he feels the horse is just full of himself. So he hasn't missed, any meals. He hasn't missed any shredded carrots or mints. I mean, everything that you could ask for, he's given us all the green lights. And after discussing with senior and junior, we're gonna go on to Baltimore. He'll be shipping out tomorrow, hopefully at some point in the afternoon, arriving probably early morning Sunday, and just hit the track Monday.
Was there anything about just the consistency of the training this week that you could underscore?
He's just done everything that he was doing prior to the Derby. He was a little bored with the kid gloves that we put on him the 2 days after the Derby. He was like, we were obviously wanting to monitor him. It was a great effort. It was 1.25 miles, which he had never run before. So you're curious and cautious to always see how they come out of it, and that's why you don't want to jump to conclusions, and you have to let Mage talk. I mean, unfortunately, he speaks horse and not English, so it's up to us to be his stewards, and you leave it up to the horsemanship of Gustavo Sr. and Junior and JJ who rides him, and Moises who's with him, and Candido who takes care of him, and lean on them. I mean, they're the ones that are fluent in thoroughbred, and we don't take that lightly. It's super important that Mage is the one that gives us the indication that he wants to go run. So we've been just monitoring that situation with all the love that he's shown us on the racetrack. We're trying to bestow that upon him and give him the time to show us what's up. And everything that he did prior to the Derby, it's continued all the way through. So that type of consistency merits a shot at Preakness.
When you go through this as the Derby winner, is there any almost like a sense of obligation at all to do it for horse racing, to pursue a triple? Obligation may not be the right word, but to do it for the sport, at least to kind of pursue it?
The obligation on our end is to be stewards of horse racing and to open ourselves up for questions and for comments about our horse and his performance. But we owe the horse himself before anything else. The horse comes first. So while our selfish dreams might be, Preakness and all these things, like, he's the one that's doing the running. We're not. We're his stewards, and there's a ton of tradition, and we respect the game so much. But you always have to take this, day by day. I know it sounds cliche, but it's just reality, guys. I mean, if he wouldn't have been up to par, then what are we doing? Sacrificing, a potential positive, top of the line effort just for the sake of us having, fun in Baltimore. I mean, really, we would rather just wait for the next race if that was the case. But put that aside, that's not the case. That's just the scenario that never came up, man. We've been thrilled with the way he's been training, but we've been leaning on these guys because they're the ones that are hands-on. They're the ones that have the horsemanship experience, and they're the ones that are with him around the clock. And it's been green light from all the eyes and ears on the barn, and Mage is showing it. So we're over the moon.
What kind of confidence level will y'all go into the Preakness?
I have a great deal of confidence. I mean, especially like Ramiro said, the way that he's been training, I haven't seen any difference between pre-Derby and even the days and weeks before that. I think he's got an incredible rhythm going across the surface. He looks very, very confident. Ramiro has said it over and over again. He's such a cool customer, which is so important. Like, if there's anything that I've learned in campaigning horses at the highest level, it's so much of this is a mind game as much as it is a physical game. A horse can really use themselves up, and he focuses his energy on the task at hand, which is running the race. So I've got a great deal of confidence. He's got the speed, he has the frequency, and he's got, I think more than anything, he's got the heart. But Ram?
No, look, you could respect all the other horses that are going to be entering in the race. I mean, this is the best 3-year-olds in the country. So all you can do is control your house, your barn, make sure that your horse is at the top of his game. And if he continues like he was from pre-Derby, post-Derby, continues to have a great week at Preakness, we'll be right there, hopefully at the top of the lane in contention for a good performance.
Do you think there's going to be the same sort of pace that he can go after? I mean, I guess if Baffert's bringing National Treasure, you probably, not having looked at the PPs, but is there enough there that he can go after?
We've run 4 times with 4 different trips, so the horse is quite versatile. He's shown speed in his own right, in his maiden going wire to wire in 110 and 122 and change. We liken him to like a Porsche 911 G4 Turbo. He has a great acceleration, and at the same time can put himself in different positions. And luckily I'm not the jockey at 207 pounds, and we have a Hall of Famer in the iron, so we leave that all up to him.